Welcome back to one of my podcasting. Before we go ahead and go to my next story, I want to talk to the young guys out there. And I want you to understand something that I see a lot of guys and gals that are going out, beautiful girls, and some of the guys that are being courted by some of these guys. I want to make this point clear is that I feel like some of you guys out there, you're not realizing how good, listen, there's the whole thought process of how you feel like you need to treat a girl. And there's the thing where you didn't have anybody there as a brother or as a cousin or as an uncle or in some cases a father to kind of give you the right path to make sure how to go ahead and treat women properly. To realize that with women, you need to understand that women work mostly with emotions and men with logic. And when there's a disconnect that you have with your girl and you don't understand what's going on and you don't communicate how you want the relationship to go once you're a couple of like about a month or two into it, after you've been dating and now you're interested, you don't realize the fact that you need to go ahead and make sure that you have communicated what you're looking for from the relationship and that you need to understand what the girl wants from the relationship as well and understand how she is. You just can't, go into it and feel like, okay, the girl's out of your league. I need to be able to hold on to her. I need to be able to control her. No, there's no controlling. You tolerate what some things might happen, but the truth is you don't make it a point to feel like you need to go ahead and, you have to walk on eggshells. You have to worry about, oh, this is the best girl I'm ever going to get. I need to hold on to her. I need to show her a great time. You do what you need to do, but there's always other girls out there. And the other thing too, is that when you're young and you might have a pretty girl, you're going to have other pretty girls to go after. And so if you feel like things might not work out, that's okay. Move on to the next girl, but don't hurt her feelings either. Don't mess it up because you don't understand. You feel like you're getting friend zoned. You feel like you're getting nothing out of it. You need to go into it with no expectations and see if what comes from it. But when you put expectations on, or you have peer pressure from friends or whoever else are trying to tell you, well, this is what you need to get out of her. No, don't do it. Don't do it because that's what hurts. But most importantly, you don't want to hurt. If you're getting hurt yourself, you need to express what's going on. Or if it's not doing well for you, get out, extract yourself from the situation altogether. And most importantly, don't abuse these girls emotionally, mentally, physically. Don't do it. If you're the nice guy and you feel like, you're trying to go ahead and be so nice to her and you're trying to give her pleasantries, give her compliments, boost her ego, make her feel good about this, buy her things. That's got a short shelf life. And you know what's going to happen? You're going to be pissed off. You're not going to like what happens. And then you're going to act out. And if you didn't have a father figure, an uncle or a brother telling you how to go ahead and act and behave, you're going to act like a girl around that woman. You're going to have feminine energy. You're going to do the Will Smith thing right there. And then you're going to do things wrong. If that's what's going to happen, get yourself out and or realize that you need to communicate better to the girl you're talking to and you're spending time with, and you let her know how you feel, who you are, and keep it discreet between you and her. And don't worry about anybody else. This is just a little thought I have. As we talk about Gen Z and millennials, I figured this is a good place to bring something up. So I did that. There you go. So anyway, let's get into the stories. We're going to go to Business Insider first. Almost half of Gen Z millennials would rather be unemployed than unhappy in a new job, a new research finds. And they said of the new Randstad study surveyed, and it's a staffing company, by the way, they surveyed 35,000 workers across 34 markets. The study showed that Gen Z millennials were changing the power dynamic of the workplace. 32% of Gen Z, 28% of millennials said they were job searching. So they go along and say that right now, both are prioritizing happiness over their careers and want to find mission-driven work. 56% of Gen Z, 55% millennials said they would leave their job if it interfered with their personal lives. So they don't want to live to work. They don't want to live to work. They want to work to live. And they don't want work to consume all their lives. They don't want to be the career-minded, like everything is consumed with that. They also said that in the survey, 70% of all employees were open to new job opportunities. 32% Gen Z, 28% millennials said they were job searching. The other data showed their confidence in finding other positions. 49% saying thought they would be able to find a new job quickly if they were fired or quit. So they're willing to lose the job anyway. They're not worried about thinking like I did when I was when I was 22 years old and I got out of college and I had my first job in television. And I thought, well, I can't find another job. I was struggling trying to find work anyway. And I go work for a TV station, the ABC affiliate here in West Palm. And I thought it was the only job I can get. 6% raise every year, $16,000. I started in 1998, got up to 19,000 by 2002 when I got fired, which it was really a budget cut because of 9/11, and every company got hit with it. So, and since younger generations now have the upper hand in the job market, it's up to employers to reassess how to draw in talent. One of the things I saw at Wendy's, which is interesting, for wages, you can then get the money in your account, and you don't have to wait every 2 weeks. You get it in the account, and then whenever you get paid, it's like your payments keep coming through, and you can just cash it out when you're ready. Kind of like how Uber is almost. They have that now. Wendy's, I didn't know that. Wow. Then also they're talking about benefits packages that include flexible work, healthcare, professional development. 22% of employees received an increase in benefits, including health line and pensions. 71% said the ability to work from anywhere was important to them, but 53% felt they didn't have that flexibility in their current roles. There's more to talk about this, but then the other part they have is a story about millennials fighting hard about cancel culture. It's another part I wanted to talk about as well. So this is a billboard for the LA Times about this cancel culture, conversation. This is another thing I just thought was interesting that was being asked about when it comes to millennials. What do they want to do with their free time? Well, they have their causes. One of them is cancel culture. So in the story, they talk about how Web 2.0 really made a big difference about how gossip, games, photos, text, videos, peer pressure, and youth culture all found their way on the internet, and ways of cancellation with a cheery exertion of personal power. So Web 2.0 took off. Google pushed out Netscape. News sites let customers review products, not just buy them, and marvelous tools unleash unprecedented ways for people to fashion their identities. A couple years later, YouTube. Years later, social media. That's where we're at. Now they're going along and talking about the whole story about this. So they're talking about how this added to a powerful arsenal to the dynamics of youth society, an environment of up and down relations, so are confusions, needy egos, and inventive cruelties. This ties into the job market. It really does. So a millennial at home could go to her room, shut the door, log on, chat and text, send and receive, talk and watch, and listen for hours. The filtering process now goes on for hours a day, many years of their lives, during which a person's civic sense starts to form. And millennials saw no reason they should have to put up with noxious persons and ideas. This is MySpace. Get out. There's a new Morning Consult. Oh, this is a 2020 Morning Consult Politico poll that mentioned that 40% of millennials approve of cancel culture, 37% disapprove. The rest have no opinion. And 26% of boomers approve, about half as many disapprove. So yeah, older, we don't care about cancel. We never did. Gen X, like me, no. Millennials have been primed for this, and it's not political, it's personal. The story says they've been merely transferred the mores of the wired teen bedroom to American society at large. Yeah, they've been coddled, kind of soft in some cases. And that's what sucks. And don't expect Gen Z to rebel against cancel culture. They also had nearly the same approved, disapproved rates as millennials. They're coming of age in the same bedrooms. But I think there's something about Gen Z having more of a funny bone, better sense of humor, and noticing that their older counterparts, they're taking things way too seriously. But they're not going to be so quick to cancel like their older brothers and sisters. That's what I get from that. So anyway, a few things I wanted to bring up all together in this little hodgepodge that is when I'm not podcasting. Thanks for listening. I'll talk to you next time.